So I'm about to do my monthly budget, my monthly billing things, and just look at my calendar and get ready for the month ahead. So I decided to take you guys along with me. Welcome, my name is Patrice, The.Patrice.Denise. I'm over here living a healthy, sustainable life, one day at a time, one step at a time. And that just doesn't pertain to my physical health. It also pertains to my financial health, my mental health, my spiritual health, my whole well-being altogether. And what I do on a monthly basis is I go through my calendar and put all the dates and appointments and things like that together in there, make sure everything is locked in. I also have a binder for our family finances, and I make sure that all the bills are outlined and we are accounted for, even though it's the same bills every month, so to speak. Some bills, some bills you pay quarterly and things like that, but for the most part, they're the same bills. I still write them down. Now, with that being said, we'll talk about bills and budget and finances in just a second. But I decided to take you guys along with me for the ride. And what I plan to do is, I don't want to lock myself in too much, but I plan to take you guys along with me for this journey for the next however long I continue to do it. So definitely stick with me with that. I hope to do it the whole year of 2025. So I want you guys to stick with me and help me with using this time to look back at my vision and my goals that I have set out to accomplish for 2025. That'll help me to keep track of that as well. So because this is the first one, I do want to just kind of quickly look at my goals and my visions and look at my vision board once again for 2025. I'll just put a picture of it up here, but I wanted to focus on my spiritual growth, making sure that I am diving deeper and really understanding and hearing and acting upon the word of God and the voice of Yahweh. I wanted to really go deeper into that, and we'll get into that, but it is, yes, I'm diving deeper. I hear you, God. I hear you. Also, I wanted to focus on my health and wellness, and with that, I am incorporating more running or going deeper into my running. I am also continuing on with the strength training. I wanted to dive deeper into my finances, and we're going to definitely look at that in just a second, and then also with connections and relationships and making sure that I foster those different relationships and be intentional with those different relationships, and we're definitely working on that as well. So I am going to start out with, we are at the end of January. January 31st is today, actually. And what I like to do, I wish I had another way of showing you guys this, but I don't. But what I like to do is I like to get into my calendar, and I have, this is a happy planner, and this one, I will try to link this version down below if I can, but it goes with my theme because it says get stuff done, and with it has little things on the side of each month where you can set goals for the month, check them off, and then also have just different things of how you can reflect, a place for reflection, a place for making things that you need to follow up on. This was really good for me to focus. This is about focusing this year. And then over here, I think this is what drew me to it. So for each week, it has a little box that says focus. So what are you going to be focusing on this week? And this was the first week of the year. This was January, the first week of January, and my focus was to organize my visions for the year. And then you have a daily habit. What are you going to do on a daily basis to accomplish what your goal is up here? And I put down time with Yahweh and my movement. So I really like this happy planner, and I love happy planners. I had one last year as well. It is actually, I don't know if you can see it, but it is right there. I kept it, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I kept it. I just couldn't let it go. So yeah, so I don't want, let me get into this because I don't want this video to be too long, but I wanted my time, it's going to take me about an hour to do everything I want to do. Of course, I won't take you guys along for that whole hour. And but what I do is I go ahead and even though I already have things written down on the calendar for February, I need to go through the actual weekly parts and fill that in because it's right now blank. Now the goals for each week, I'm not going to actually write that in yet until like the Saturday prior or the Sunday of that week, but I am going to do the first week in February because that's coming up. So I'll take you guys with that, and then my goals for next month, I'll take you guys along for that. But just looking back at January and what I set out to accomplish in January, my goal for January was to complete 15 running sessions. And I think it was like in the middle of January, and I was looking at that and I was like, that was a major goal. Do you think you were really going to be able to do that? I had a lot going on at that time, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish. Well, I did finish that today. I did my last run session for the month today, so I did 15 running sessions this month, so I'm able to check that off. And so that was my goal for this month, because I am trying hard to improve my running, and I want to get to under 40 minutes on my treadmill. Of course, all treadmills are different, so if I transfer from one treadmill to another, the pace and everything is going to be different, the feel is going to be different. But for my treadmill, I want to get under 40 minutes for doing a 5K. And this morning, I got to 40 minutes and 19 seconds. 40 minutes, 19 seconds. So I am going to continue. I'm not going to push myself way hard on. I did push myself hard this morning, but I'm not going to like do a major sprint to try to get under 40, because I want to get under 40 and keep it under 40. So I want to be able to maintain. That's about that sustainability. I want to be able to maintain staying under 40 minutes, so I can't sprint if I know I can't continue to sprint. Hope that makes sense. But I'm going to continue. Each day I'm going to try harder. And with that, we can just go to my bingo card here. And I keep my bingo card here on top of my desk, but one of the bingo spaces is to run a 5K in 40 minutes or less. And I wanted to do that, like I said, on my treadmill. And what I may do is when I get to it, I may do one cross because that's on the treadmill. And then I eventually want to transfer running on the treadmill to running outside. And then if I get to running a 5K in 40 minutes or less outside, then I'll do the other side of the X. So you get what I'm saying? Do one X, one line this way and one line this way. So yes. Now, another space on my board, my bingo card for 2025, is to sign up for and complete a 5K race. I signed up for it. I now have to complete it. So that race is on March the 15th. So at least I signed up for it. And I'm about to, so I got 2 spaces for that. And I might as well go ahead and do it now. I'm going to sign up for, we have here in a local area nearby me, we have the Cooper River Bridge. In there, you know what? It's not called the Cooper River Bridge anymore, but they still call it that run. So I want to sign up for that. Now that one, I'm just going to let y'all know now, I'm not going to run that. It's a big bridge, and it has a very steep uphill, and then it goes back down. I haven't even walked that yet, so I know I can't run that. So I got to find a time to get out there and at least walk it, without the crowd, and then so I can walk it on that day of the race. And the day of the race is actually my son's birthday, so we'll have to still celebrate some type of way with him that day. So yes, that's a part of those relationships, making sure I have those connections with everybody in my life. So I got to make sure his day is special as well. So I'm going to sign up for that, and I've already signed up for one. So yes, so yay! I'm just going to continue on. Another thing on my bingo card here that I am almost done with is reading this Discerning the Voice of Yahweh book. And this is by Priscilla Shirer. And so I'm almost finished with it. I got a few more chapters to go. So I can't cross it off now, but I will be able to cross it off soon. And yeah, January would be, so February I should be able to cross off some things. Another thing I want to cross off in February is pay off a credit card. We'll get to that when I talk about my finances. But yes. So what else? Can I cross off anything else? I kind of... No, I took a day off, but I didn't... It says take a mental health day, and I didn't really use that for a mental health day, so I'm not going to do that yet. All right, and then another thing on here is incorporate strength training every month, and that won't be crossed off until the end, because I want to make sure that until the end of 2025, because I have to incorporate strength training every month. All right, so that is update on my bingo card. So yes, oh yes, I did set another goal, and I did not meet this goal. It was to finish reading this book, so I gotta carry that goal over to February. So I did not meet that goal right there. Okay, so I gotta look at that closer and make sure I am meeting these goals that I set out. So for February, a goal that I want to do, one is going to be to complete this, reading this book. Okay, I'm smiling because I just put down how am I going to finish reading this book, and I'm going to read at least 10 minutes per day. And another thing is I'm going to put don't watch. Well, wait, okay, I don't like to use a negative into these statements, so I'm not going to put do not. I'm going to put read before watching any YouTube video. Because sometimes we can overindulge into things and it'll block us from doing other things that we're supposed to be doing. So read before watching a YouTube video. And then another thing is I'm going to put the book in my room, because I have the book here in my office, and I think that's why I'm not getting in the time that I should with my reading. It's because it's not next to me. So if I put it by me and instead of grabbing from my phone and watching a YouTube video, then I'll be able to grab for the book and then go ahead and get my reading completed. So what worked last month and how can I apply those strategies to this goal? So making it a routine worked for the running. So I need to make it a routine for the reading. Make it a everyday part of my life, a normal part of my life. All right, so that's for reading, and that will help me to accomplish that goal on the bingo card. And then also for another goal, pay off a credit card. And 3 ways I expect to achieve this goal. I am going to at least pay the minimum payment. Well, no, so I am going to pay the minimum payment, but apply anything extra that I have to that card. Apply. Stop spending on wants. So if it's not a need, I need to stop spending. So, and then that way that'll free up extra money for me to put to the credit card. And then what else can I do to achieve the goal of paying off a credit card in February? Now, I mean, it would just really look at my finances, which I'm about to do right now. All right. Okay, so, and then it has the option for me to write down things to follow up on. I don't really have anything to follow up on yet for February that I know of. So I'm going to leave that blank. I use that space to write down things I need to follow up on for personal, for church, and for YouTube. Because my work things, and my other part-time job, if I need to follow up on something, I write it on there too. But for right now, we're okay with that. So I'm going to show you, probably sped up, me writing in, at least for next week, maybe for the next 2 weeks, the weekly agenda, and then I'll be back. Looking at this calendar, I don't know if you can see all the colors. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, we got a lot to do next week pertaining to my daughter every morning. I don't know how I did that. She has a meeting or an appointment every morning next week. So that's going to disrupt my routine, but yes, we will get it all done. We will definitely get it all done. Yep, so that's what I do every month is I come in here and I look at what's going on for the month, and then I come back on the week and look what's going on for the week. And of course I have it sitting right here, so every day I can pop it open and I can see what's going on. Then I get to the bills. So one of my goals for 2025 is to continue this. I don't know if I'm going to complete it, but that was, did I say complete? Ooh, I did have it on there. I had said complete finishing this 100 envelope saving challenge. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with it when I do complete it. It's probably going to go to paying off something, or it's going to go to just some good thing. But not sure yet exactly. Probably paying off something, yep. But I'm going to continue in this for 2025. And then I have this is our family budget binder. Now, just this little insert here. So before we got married, before we got married, my husband and I, our pastor, he did marriage counseling with us. And one of the things is, you know, the man is the head of the house, right? No doubt about it. Well, and then he started asking us different things. We started diving into it. And I think we got on finance. I don't know how we got on finances, but the thing, so I don't control the finances, but I do like to see it and write it down. So our pastor was explaining, yes, that's fine for a woman to do those kind of things, because as long as the husband gives the I don't like to use the word permission, but yes, gives the permission for it to happen. So yes, so I make sure everything is paid. I basically just push the button to make sure it's paid. The money is already in there for it to be paid, but I push the button for it to get paid. And I think a lot of that has to do with, and I'm just going to be real and honest with you guys, a lot of that has to do with past experience. And past experience meaning my childhood. So my father, he passed away when I was in the 5th grade. My father, he did all of our finances for the house. And what I saw was after he passed away, then my mother had to take over those finances, but she didn't know what was going on with the finances or know how to really properly handle finances herself, and things just went awry. And so I think, you know, everything leads back to our past and our past experiences. The reasons why we do things leads back to our past experiences. So I know, I keep saying I think, but I know that's why I like to see it written down and make sure we check it off, because of that simple fact that me seeing her and the struggles and the challenges because she didn't understand or know about finances. Yeah, so it is what it is. He, like I said, the money's there, and then I pay the bill, but I like to see it. So I got a little binder for that. So, and basically what we do is every month, let me see if I got a blank one in here. Every month, and I got the tabs for the months and everything. And then this is all last year's stuff. I just kept last year's stuff. So, I have a tab. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, so basically what we do is we have a sheet here. It's called monthly fixed expenses, and I just made it on Canva. And I just write down the bills, when they're due, how much we think they're going to be, and then the actual amount. And then when I put the actual amount, that's when I know it was paid, because I go back and look to see what was the actual amount and make sure it was paid. And so I do that every month. And along with that, I have a calendar for each month, and I write down. I know, but it works. It works for me. I write down when everything is due in each calendar, and then I'll come back with a highlighter and I'll highlight that it was paid. I just like to see it being paid. I know. It was probably, like I said, from past experiences, but I like to see. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, is this overkill? But I like to see that it was paid. So we do that, and then I fell off from doing it, but I'm thinking about trying to find a way to get back into it. I was doing the cash envelope method for our spending for the week. And what it was is I would take money out of the bank and put it into different envelopes. And I don't have that envelope in here. I had a wallet for it. It's not in my office right now, but I have a wallet, and it has different envelopes in it. And I would stuff, like, say we have $50 for food out to eat, restaurant eating food for the week. I would put $50 in that. If we set aside money for, I do have a wallet. Yep. If we set aside money for, first one, daytime, I would put money in there. But the thing is that I was getting tired of going back and forth to the bank and getting the money out. So I'm trying to find a different way of doing that without doing it. I know there's, I have to look it up. I have to look up different YouTube videos on cash stuffing the digital way, because, and then gas, we took our money for gas, but I just didn't feel like going into the gas station to pay for it. So yes, the cash stuffing is great. I'm telling you, it's great. It helped me to get a lot of things accomplished when I was doing it, but it's very inconvenient when you, and then also paying for groceries. Like now I'm doing the groceries online, so it'll be hard to do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set aside a budget for each thing. And so with that, I don't have any more of those papers, but let's see. I have this right here that we would use to write down what we got, our income that comes in, what our like fixed expenses were, what we were automatically going to put into savings, what we were putting into the cash envelopes, and then sinking funds was where we would put things we were saving up for, and we would have a place for that to go. But so I'm thinking through how to, I want to continue to do the cash envelope, but I want it to be digital. So I'm going to look into that. And play with that a little bit. But for right now, I'm going to write down all of our bills for this month, put it on the calendar, and then also go ahead and set aside money for savings and set aside money to start paying off the credit card that I want to pay off for this month. Before I do that, I need to close out January, so I need to get my green and then also my red pen. And anything that is green means that it was under budget or right on budget, and then anything that is red is written in red for the actual amounts is means that it was over the budget, and that will clue me into look at why that was over budget or what happened, and then we'll discuss should we move that budget up for that bill or whatnot. So let me do that. Let me write the bills for February coming up and put it in the calendar, and then we'll discuss savings and things like that and budgeting in a little bit. I just realized that I never came back on here to close out this video. Sorry guys. But so today is days later. This is February the 5th. Wednesday, February the 5th. So all the bills that we paid for this pay period have been paid, cleared, everything's good. And what we need to do, what I didn't do the other day is transfer money to savings, and then also see what else is needed for the rest of this pay period. So that's why I want to get back into the cash envelopes and maybe find a digital way. And once I do pinpoint a digital way that I want to do it, I'll show you guys, because right now I don't know, but I know that I want to do something, because that really helped me to manage funds really well by doing the cash stuffing. But I want to find a digital way. So, and I can just really write down what I want to save for, or just look at the different categories and allot amounts to those categories. I can do that again. This is not a good week to do that because I'm just too busy. But that's when things fall apart, when you're too busy and you don't say what money goes where. And so yes, but I'm gonna do it. But for right now, what we're going to do is I am going to transfer money to the savings with my phone, and then I'm going to I want to put some money in 100 envelope savings, so we'll do both of those. And okay, to go to the bank now and put money from take money out and put it in my 100 envelope saving challenge. Oh, I could do a digital 100 envelope saving challenge. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I just thought of something. I'm gonna take that money right there and put it back in the bank and do a digital 100 envelope savings challenge, where I mark off the ones that I complete, but it's already in the bank. It's already in the bank. I like that. I like that option. Let's do that. So that's what we'll do. And if you don't know what I'm talking about this, where you have 100 envelopes back here, and you put the money into each. And I had already started this, so yes. So I'm gonna mark that off. Yeah. Here's my markers. But guys, I don't want to hold you any longer. I'm gonna post this. We're gonna continue to be accountable. We're going to continue to mark off these goals and continue on with 2025. 2025 is going to be our year. Even if you're watching this and it's not 2025, you can start doing the things that you want to do within this year that you're watching it, and continue on. So I hope this sparked something for you guys. I'm just going to continue to show how I am doing when it comes to the things that I talked to God about for this year, and the things that I want to accomplish for this year, as always, through the help and through the will of God. Because before I can do anything, God has to ordain it. God has to say it's okay. I'm going into the will of God, not just my own will. So with that being said, I will talk to you guys in the next video. There's a vlog that's going on right now, so maybe we'll see each other soon. Right. I love you guys, and God bless.